Welcome into the PHNX VIP Lounge, brought to you as always by our friends at the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast and leave us a 5-star review. Cam freaking Johnson.
Say it right, Lindsey.
The bank is open.
Cam fucking Johnson. That was amazing.
That man literally put this squad on his back and willed the Suns to a 115-114 win over the New York Knicks. What an incredible fourth quarter and game by Cam Johnson.
I mean, a little of everything. A dude gets manhandled for most of that first half. We thought he broke a rib. He goes back to the locker room.
Like in the first 5 minutes of the game.
I mean, it winds up leading to almost a fight. And then he comes out. You do not make Cam Johnson angry because he makes you pay. All right? You will not like Cam when he's angry. He will go on to steal your soul.
I honestly feel like tonight in that third quarter, when they actually got into the kerfuffle, was the first time I've ever seen Cam show anger. He's usually so calm and collected, but I don't blame him for 1 second. Julius Randle literally would not stop all game long. The first quarter, like you said, sent him to the locker room because he hit him so hard.
Yeah.
Came back. Cam also fell into a cameraman in the second quarter, which probably didn't help, but same thing. Julius Randle went at him again. And then finally in the third quarter, underneath the basket, Cam was like, enough, bro. I'm over this.
Yeah.
And then Julius Randle got ejected.
Look,
bye.
It was unbelievable. There are two things that can destroy the New York Knicks: James Dolan and Cam Johnson. All right, two things, and they both own the Knicks too tonight. So thank you, Cam, for what could have been an awful evening.
Yeah,
you saved us from having to go to the therapist tonight. We get to celebrate here in the VIP lounge. It was something to behold, and in honor of it, I'm naming the stash Cam. The stash is Cam.
Well, in honor of that, let's also go get some drinks at the bar because we need some right now because we'll be chugging.
Let's go to the bar. Maybe. Tonight we are drinking the Sweet Baby Brew. And it is spectacular. Let's be honest with that. I mean, Josh in the chat providing us with the great Sweet Baby Angel
Cam Johnson logo.
Cam Johnson logo on the beer bottle. And look, we should have 6, 7, 38 of these bad boys tonight because Cam had a night to remember.
Does that work? If you had 38 beers, would it be a night to remember?
What?
Or would you not remember it? I'm just asking.
It'd be a night to remember for your friends. You'd be entertaining like Cam Johnson if you had 38 beers.
Oh my gosh. But just what? It was so much fun watching this fourth quarter because after that third quarter ended, and we'll get into this a little bit more down on the show, I was a little bit bummed out. I was like, I don't know if they're actually going to be able to pull this one off, even though Julius Randle did get ejected, which was in our favor. Let's be honest. He was feasting out there tonight. He was knocking down shot after shot, but it just didn't feel like we had the energy at the beginning of the fourth quarter. And that turned around so quickly.
It is, I can't say enough about that. And the best play of Cam's night may have been egging, starting that shoving match, you know, like that. Julius Randle was having a great night, probably the best night he's had in months, and Cam Johnson egged him into shoving him, and that changed the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it 100% changed the complexion of the game. I won't call it a fight because that does a disservice to actual fights that have happened in the NBA.
It was a shove, and I'm going to step back.
This was the shove and hold me, bro, kind of thing. And Julius Randle, thank you for your service tonight, my friend. We appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what? It's pretty obvious, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to name our DraftKings King of the Game, none other than Cam Johnson, who finished with a new career high of 38 points. He was 9 of 12 from deep, 21 of those points and 6 of those threes came in the fourth quarter alone. Like we said, he really just willed this team to a victory there.
Well, and that shot from deep to win it. I mean, that was a 30-foot three. I don't care if he banked it. It could have hit the rim 6 times and gone in. That was a thing of beauty. Everybody here in this studio lost their mind. We were all prepped for the loss.
I don't think we have been that loud in here all season.
No, because this is special. Like
it is.
When you are missing Devin Booker and Chris Paul, and you see a young guy like Cam Johnson basically emerge, right? Yeah. Tonight was a coming out party for Cam. We've talked about his offensive potential, dropping 38 tonight, getting the game winner, having a fourth quarter like we haven't seen this year. And oh, by the way, yeah, this is a guy that wasn't in the 3-point shooting contest. 9 of 12 tonight. Suck it, NBA. You should have had him in there. It's again more reason why the Phoenix Suns are the best team in the NBA. Suck it, New York Knicks, you jabronis. Go back to New York. We got it going here in Phoenix.
Code JJM, thank you for the super chat. They said, can't believe Cam did it without CP3, Booker, and Ayton. We'll get into that a little bit later in the show. But one of the things that I think is just like, listen, we all know I love Cam Johnson. He's a sweet baby angel. There's really not anything to dislike about Cam, the human or the player. I think this is special too because we're seeing all season long, we've been seeing the progress. We've been seeing the growth with Cam. This was a huge moment for him where he was that clutch time player tonight for the Suns. He without Chris Paul, without Devin Booker, he took this game and it was his. And that's just another step in the right direction for Cam, another step in his growth. The amount of confidence that young man has to have right now in that locker room is got to be through the roof.
Pay that man his money. All right? Give him that cash. This will come up big. Mark my words. He will have a moment in the clutch in the playoffs where we go, this game prepared him for it. This game showed him what he's capable of in this league. This will be a night we look back on and go, okay, that was a moment that led to this next bigger moment for Cam Johnson.
And it's so easy to root for Cam. I mean, everyone in the comments is saying it. We love Cam. How could you not root for this guy? Couldn't have happened to a better person. Like, it's so easy to root for him. So a night like this just feels a little extra special for us too, especially after him finally being able to, after what feels like a decade of not being able to have a lot of community interaction and events. He was out in the community this week, obviously doing some really cool stuff. So just a really cool week.
The pandemic lasted a decade. Did
it feels like that, doesn't it?
7 years?
Does it not feel like it's been a decade?
Does. I just needed to check.
I'm just saying.
I just needed to check.
Call me crazy. It feels like that for me. But yeah, gosh, just like it was good. This was fun.
You know who is probably his biggest cheerleader right now? Mikal Bridges. He's probably losing his ever-loving mind over the fact that Cam had such a big night.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the camaraderie. Anybody can step up on this team. We have seen that all season long. And guess what? They did it again in the clutch tonight. Without their 2 best clutch players, they came up big. They made the comeback in the clutch. And God, this is such a fun team to watch.
It really is.
We are watching something special.
Yeah.
Don't forget that part of this.
Soak it all in, people. Soak it all in.
Yeah.
There's anything we've learned, it's you got to appreciate the really great moments because you just never know. You just never know. But I'm not going to go down too deep and dark. Anything else on Cam?
This is a kind of move. All right. This is the kind of. I made that comment because of them back there.
I get
it. This is the kind of moment, like, we're having a season that we haven't seen since 92, 93. That kind of, the kind of numbers they're putting up, the kind of things they're doing. There's moments from that a certain generation of Suns fans still remember to this day. couple crazy buzzer beaters, things like that. This could be one of those moments in another special Sun season here where fans remember that along the way. And I just enjoy the damn ride is the point right now.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat, Vince said, people are going to say, quote, if Julius Randle didn't get ejected, yeah, well, that's on Julius Randle. He should have been able to control his emotions a little bit better.
Act like a big boy.
If he didn't want to get ejected, he should have just been able to have a little more common sense.
Yeah, it's not. He shoved Cam. It was not like
nobody made him shove Cam.
Do it. Cam got his technical two in it, but Julius Randle was the further aggressor. Too bad. Deal with it. Like that's part of this game. If you're not a big enough boy to know that you shouldn't get in a fight, deal with it.
Wait.
Do we need to know something? Is there something going on that we need to know?
Is this real life?
I can't read. I can't see that far.
Lil Wayne just tweeted out at 10:50. Damn, Cam.
We sure. Well, it was an ESPN game.
I'm just making sure I'm not missing something.
No, that's the blue check mark.
Is he?
Yeah, he was at the finals games.
Oh, that's right. But is he like full blown in on the Suns now?
Apparently.
I love this for us.
I mean, sure.
The more you have big name people talking about how great the Suns are, the better it is for you overall. Lil Wayne.
I'm just kidding. I just had to play it up. I know who Lil Wayne is.
I think that's super cool. And especially for a guy like him, right? Like you see celebrities talking about Devin and Chris Paul all the time. That's amazing. This helps. Like the more we have big names talking about Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, the better. Because then they're going to start getting recognized. They're going to start getting the respect that they deserve. And it's going to help them along in their careers. Like regardless of how we feel about big name or national media attention, it helps the individual player. And that's always a positive.
Doing it on a national stage too. ESPN Friday night game. That's a big deal. The whole country probably just watched the ending of that game. Well, I won't say the whole country, but anybody anywhere in America could have watched that the last second of that game and that fourth quarter. And Cam now is getting that attention. Lil Wayne, Ocho Cinco. People know who Cam Johnson is. And
that's cool for him. I love that.
Especially seeing as he's the fifth or sixth option on this team. And that's how deep they are, is that fifth or sixth option can drop 38 on a night on you. So,
all right. Any final thoughts on Cam Johnson before we move on to some other things?
I love Cam Johnson.
Who doesn't?
I mean, you know, I'm a married man, but I love you, Cam. I'm just going to say it, all right? Which is even weirder with the mustache that is named Cam. So we're off to a weird start.
All right, with
Save
that one,
me here
let me help you
saying,
out.
Please.
Let me tell you about the latest offer from the DraftKings Sportsbook app. When Covington and Masvidal step into the octagon this Saturday at UFC 272, DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of UFC, has a knockout offer for new customers. So bet just $1 on the main event and get $100 in free bets no matter what. First round knockout, you're going to get paid. Majority draw, you're going to get paid. Literally no matter what happens, you're going to get paid
Cam Johnson
$100.
steps in the ring and punches one of them, you're going to get paid $100.
In free bets. It's literally that easy. So go right now, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Make sure you're using the promo code PHNX. And after you use that code, make a bet. Just a $1 bet on the UFC 272 main event and get $100 in free bets no matter what happens in the fight. That's code PHNX this Saturday at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of UFC. Just a reminder, that's 21 and older only, Arizona only. Gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only, minimum $5 deposit. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Well, we talked about one twin. Let's talk about the other twin, because Mikal Bridges also had a pretty good game. Cam kind of dominated, obviously, that fourth quarter. I guess you could maybe say second half if you wanted to split this in two. Mikal Bridges really held it down in the first half, though. He finished tonight with 20 points, 4 assists, and 6 rebounds. 17 of those points came in the first half.
Yeah, he was the guy that kept them in it early, kept them close, and it was weird, though, and we kind of talked about this in the studio. When Cam got hurt was when Mikal seemed
Stopped.
to
Kind of took a quick hold for a minute. Yeah.
And we were joking he could feel his pain. But Mikal is going to get overshadowed, obviously, because of what Cam did. But he, again, is that glue guy. Defensively, plays great. It goes out there and offensively has been much more consistent, like we've asked of him. I'm waiting for this game, though. This
game from Mikal.
This game from Mikal, which I think we'll get before Book's back. It's coming for him too, and that's exciting as well. Sitting there and I know this guy's gonna go off too.
He did have his defensive version of this game early on in the season, of course, against Golden State, which was pretty cool. But offensively, it'd be nice to see Mikal also just have a game.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Circle that Orlando game on Tuesday. That's when I feel like it's gonna happen.
John said this was looking like the Mikal game in the first quarter.
It was.
I mean, that's kind of what makes them the best of both. Like that's what the twins, right? As one goes, kind of the other goes. Like they both go. Mm-hmm. This team goes. It's just neat how they kind of seem to play off of each other. The vibes are immaculate between those two guys.
Let's not use that's a DNVR thing.
Is it? Because Devin said it.
The Valley vibes are spectacular.
If Devin said it, it's a Devin thing, not a DNVR thing.
Screw DNVR.
Sorry, not sorry.
It's a Devin thing.
I'm just saying.
Vibes are immaculate tonight, all right? Except for what is on my lip, all right? I love that we have probably our highest viewership ever, and I'm rocking
you have a
this thing. Yes, I look like Mario. I understand it, chat. It's me, a Mario. Is that what you're looking for from me tonight?
That's fantastic. Right. Also, if you missed it, the reason why Espo has a mustache is because he lost a bet the other night, and so this is the result of that. Espo always pays his bets, though.
Let's be honest here. It wasn't a bet because nobody else had anything else on the line.
That's fair.
I said something stupid.
You had a bet with yourself,
and I had to do this. So.
Oh my gosh. All right. A couple flowers for Mikal there. We have to give a big bouquet of flowers to Payne as well. He finished with a career high 16 assists. He had 8 in each half. He also added in 17 points and logged his third double-double with the Suns. Payne played the way that he was playmaking tonight and moving that ball around was chef's kiss. Go ahead. There's one thing I'm a little concerned about.
Well, he was holding his wrist at one point in this game.
That's what I'm concerned about.
The other thing I was concerned about is if Cam doesn't hit that circus shot, if Cam Johnson doesn't, Payne is the guy taking the heat.
Yeah.
Because he drove to the bucket the possession before kind of wildly and missed. When everybody in the arena and their brother knew, get Cam Johnson the damn ball. So he's lucky he got off the hook. But 10 assists was his previous career high. So this was a massively large game for him distributing.
In addition to that play you were talking about at the end of the game, there were also a couple more in the fourth quarter in that crunch time where it was like, all right, Cam P, you're doing a little too much.
Yeah,
like let's just ease up a little bit. Like don't force it. Some of me feels like that could have been a sense of urgency from him, obviously wanting to perform well, finally back in the lineup. I also wonder if maybe, like you said, in the fourth quarter, he fell and then he was grabbing that wrist, kind of trying to shake it out a little bit, it felt like.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it started to really affect him later on in the game, if it started to hurt a little bit more.
Maybe, but I also think, and Eddie Johnson brought this up on the local broadcast, saying that Payne sometimes plays too emotional.
Yeah.
And we saw in the fourth, he thought he got fouled. He stayed back complaining.
And that was a big issue.
And didn't run back on defense. And to me, I think that might have been more of what was going on, is he let the emotional side of him take control a little too much. And then to your point, was pressing because he was finally feeling good, right? First time in a while, first time his offense was going and his assists, his passing was going. So he pushed a little bit, trying to be that guy. when he could have deferred a little bit more. I'm not gonna nitpick too much with it, but I think that's where we were, and it's okay when you get the win. If they had lost, we probably would be harping on it a little bit.
MCG Blue said, EJ said it best, about campaign. Some players benefit from emotions. Some are better at keeping their emotions under control.
Well, and
he'll
sometimes
learn. He'll learn more too with these experiences.
Well, and it's tough because sometimes campaign does benefit from those emotions. He rides that wave. It leads them to big things. It happened in the playoffs, those 2 games he had to start for CP3. So like that's part of what, it's a double-edged sword, and he went a little too far in giving into that emotion tonight. But I'm fine with it. He is coming back. We're starting to see that campaign that was so important in the bubble, so important last year's run. If he can tap into this, the Suns are going to be in a good position.
And not to mention Cam Johnson saved the day, so it's okay. It's okay. We're okay.
Yeah, all right, we got super chats out the wazoo.
So we'll start with Philip Wallace. Thank you for the super chat. 1999. They said Suns will be a better playoff team because of the extra minutes / learning opportunities that these players are getting. How can you not love the bond that these guys have? The camaraderie is infectious. Love the positivity. 100% agree with you. You can tell that they like to be around each other, that they like to play for one another. We talked about it when the first time we heard that Devin was going to miss a few games.
Yeah.
Don't play hero ball. Play your game within your system. Play for your teammates. And that's exactly what I feel like they've been doing for the most part in these 2 games. And that's how they're going to win games. You're not going to win games with this team by playing hero ball.
No, they played within the offense. I mean, that was the thing. Cam was playing within the offense. There was a play in that 4th where he deferred to, I believe it was Jay Crowder, who hit the 3 to go up late in the 4th because Cam Johnson had a look, but passed it for a better look with Jay Crowder. And that's this offense, unselfish basketball, 0.5 offense. They did it. I mean, it could have been very easy for Cam to just demand the ball, pound it into the ground, and jack shots up. It didn't go that way. I mean, it was spectacular in the way that they played as a team. They have to keep doing that, and that is a testament to Monty Williams, who's got guys 1 through 15 on this roster to buy in and believe in what they're preaching about this program, as they call it. Nights like tonight show that there's belief in that. By the way, if we get up to $200 in super chats, Lindsey said she'll wear the mustache next. Lindsey will have a mustache next.
We can get those sunglasses that have the mustache attached to them that were like super in like 7 years ago or something like that.
We'll do that. But $200 in super chats, Lindsey will rock a mustache.
That's not worth it. But anyway, Manuel, I see your super chat. Thank you. I will address that in just 1 second. But before we do that, we're going to do a super chat from Patrick. Thank you for your super chat as well. Patrick said, with 19 to go, Phoenix is the number 1 seed in the West with an 8-game lead over the number 2 seed. The Heat are the number 1 seed in the East. The 7th seed Raptors are 7.5 games behind Miami.
Good friend of the program, Patrick. I've known him
see you here in the
for
chat.
years. Good to have you here with us tonight. It's unbelievable what they're doing, and the fact that this lead keeps growing in for that number 1 seed. Somebody said earlier tonight, and forgive me, I do not remember who it was, but that the Suns basically have to go 500 to the rest of the way to lock up the number 1 seed.
Yeah,
I mean that's at minimum. That's impressive when you consider where we were coming from just a few years ago to the dominance that they've been able to do.
The turnaround has been unbelievable. Okay, before we get into some of the Deandre Ayton conversations, I do want to give a shout out to Jay Crowder too, because he hit a really big bucket late in this game too. So a couple flowers for Jake Crowder. Always good to see him hit a 3 late in the game. He's fun. When that happens, it's just really enjoyable.
The swagger too. That swagger that he shows I love it. Just when he gets going, even if he's had a tough game, but he hits that big shot or has a big defensive play, his attitude can shift the dynamic of a game.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the reason he was Spicy J with the salsa last year in LA. Like, he's important. And I know that people can get down on him when he has a bad shooting night, or the other night or other afternoon against Utah when he threw that pass away. But Jay Crowder is so important to what the Phoenix Suns do on both sides of the ball, and his attitude is so important. It was good to see him get a big moment tonight as well.
You said, so no slander for Jay missing a free throw that could have had the game tied instead.
Cam missed a free throw in the fourth, too.
If we had lost this game, we probably would be very upset about it. But I think because we won this game, we can forgive a few mistakes.
Yeah, there's
a few small mistakes. Yes.
Look,
but you're right. If we brought things up for campaign, we should bring it up for Jay as well.
But Jay has those moments, so that's part of what you have to deal with Jay. Sometimes there's going to be little frustrating things, but overall, his impact is massively important with the squad.
Yes. Okay. We're going to go back to Manuel's super chat. I see everyone's comments in the chat. I am not ignoring you. I just wanted to talk about the fun.
Lindsey's
we wanted to give out the flowers first.
She's ignoring you.
Manuel, thank you for your super chat. They said, I'm all for the flowers, but I'm going to need y'all to throw some dead flowers at DA. From CP3 down to Payton, we got to keep the same energy for all. Agreed. I don't know how to feel about Deandre Ayton right now. Obviously, rebounding has been a bit of an issue, and I understand the switching affects that to some extent. However, I do also feel like his effort just doesn't seem to be there like it has been or should be. I mean, at one point in time, with 3 minutes left in the game, I think the same possession you were talking about where Payne was arguing with the ref.
Yeah,
DA just was non-existent. He didn't get back on defense and left his teammates out there to kind of figure it out on his own. And then there was also another possession late in the game for the Knicks that he could have gotten under the basket a little bit more to battle with Mitchell Robinson for that rebound.
Could have done that a lot in this game.
Yeah, but that one specifically stood out to me because it really, like, from my vantage point at least, it felt like it was doable to be able to get back down there.
Oh, certainly.
And so I'm having a really hard time with this because I'm frustrated with Deandre Ayton right now. I love Deandre Ayton, but I just don't know how to feel about it.
Do I have a camera here? Do I
no,
have
just
I
that
don't have
one.
one. Okay. Well then, DA, meet me at this one camera we have. Look, man, as much as I have praised you, as much as I have been a stand for you in terms of deserving that max contract, you need to step up. This is a time, and we saw Cam Johnson do it tonight, where he took hold of his opportunity and just made the most of it. He's a guy that's playing for a contract too, and he went out there and did it. DA, this is a moment that you need to step up. You can prove that you are a 1A, that you're an alpha, that you're a guy that deserves to get the max. And right now, you're doing anything but that. 8 points and 3 rebounds in a game where your team needed every point to win is not enough. 3 rebounds is not enough to get it done. A max player does not have a game with 8 points and 3 rebounds. You need to dig deeper, find that gear, tap into whatever you need to prove that you deserve it. Because on Sunday afternoon, when you roll into Milwaukee and you play Giannis and the Bucks,